Good morning, EDDA family. It's Randy Hilarski here with the CEO of EDDA, Mike Patel. Mike's got lots of information he wants to share with you, lots of updates, lots of stuff going on with EDDA. I'm pumped. I now have over 1% of the supply, so I'm feeling pretty
Wow.
excited about what's going on. Uh, Mike, I know you have a lot, and we have 1 hour. I'm going to the beach, and Mike's busy too. So tell us, lay it on us.
That's great. Randy, good to be back. It's always a pleasure. I hope you can hear me clearly. Am I audible?
Yes, you're great. Everything sounds great.
Great. So good to do this. We are trying to do this much earlier, but I think the schedules are not easy to match. Now I'm actually very excited because we have so much happening. But I thought that we should definitely, start with the Chinese farmer story. And I think it's so important with what's happening in the world and even what's happening with Ada and Matt Trooper, how one good thing leads to another good thing. But I think time has come for people to realize that when you are building a serious business with a lot of focus on detailing, whether it's your artwork, your NFTs, your smart contracts, your programming, your dApps, some of those things take time. And a lot of people who are seeing you or meeting you for the first time are sometimes a bit confused because they say, like, wow, are you guys doing all of this by yourself? And what's happening? But I was reading a few Alan Watt scriptures and listening to his notes again over the last few days when I was not well. Now I'm much better. And I realized that one of the story which he kept on talking about is so important, which is focused around the Chinese farmer, the maybe story. Have you heard about that, Randy?
I think I have heard the story, but
Yeah, it's
lay
very
tell
it's
us.
very very small, few seconds. So basically, there is this very calm farmer in a very beautiful province of China, uh, who is living with a lot of other farmers, and he is very different in his behavior. He's never excited about things, even if they are very positive, or he's never upset if they are negative. And one of the day, the only horse the farmer had actually ran away.
I know
And
the story. Yeah,
can you hear
I
me?
know. Yeah, I know the story.
You know the story. So
Yeah,
I'll very quickly in case maybe everybody doesn't know. So the horse ran away and the neighbors came that, oh my God, this is such a bad news that the only horse you had in your family ran away. And he said maybe, and that was his only reply. Next day the horse came back with I think 7 or 8 horses, and they were wild horses, very beautiful, very strong. And the neighbors came running to him. Wow, you are a lucky man. You have 7 horses. And his reply was again the same, maybe. Next day, his only son went to train the new horses, and while doing that, he broke his leg. And of course, the neighbors came again. That, oh my God, your only son has broken his leg. This is so bad. He will be in bed for months. He will be healing, and you'll be working in the farms alone. And he said, maybe. And next day, literally in the morning, the conscription officer came for taking all the young fit men to the war which China was engaged in. And they took all the guys who were his son's age except for his son because his leg was broken. And then again, everybody came to him that, wow, everybody is gone, but now we have only your son in the village who is the youngest man who is not gone because of the broken leg. This is such a great coincidence or a good luck. And he again said, like, maybe. So that's more or less the end of the story. But the fact
yeah.
is that life is exactly like this. I'm
Yes, it
realizing
is.
more and more people I'm meeting, whether they are very powerful, whether they are established, uh, that they are all pretty relaxed at their own state of life, and they understand the excitement and the enthusiasm you come to them with, and the kind of things you want to do with them, but they are at a pace where they don't want to be pushed around and they want to understand what's going on. And so the reason I was trying to share this is that the whole crypto space has gone through a lot of ups and downs and a lot of
Yes.
madness, and I think a lot of manipulation, unfortunately, as well.
Yes.
And I think nobody is going to be able to figure out what's going on. I do think 2022 the year of revelation. I do a lot of energy readings and scanning, And I think this year looks like there is going to be so much truth coming out in the world. There is going to be so much exposure, or so many people and companies, not just in crypto but all over the world, are going to get exposed in a big way. uh, and because there is a lot of truth energy in the universe, so nothing is going to be able to stop that. But I think saying that, we should quickly move to all the updates. uh, with regards to some celebrity updates, yes, we can share some names. People are going to be very excited, but we don't want to do name dropping because we are still convincing and working with these guys. So
Yeah,
one of
You're not Justin's son.
yeah, yeah, we don't do announcement of announcement. Apparently, I heard Justinson resigned from all his companies of crypto. Something funny was happening there, but I don't know what. So we've been talking to a few Bollywood stars, I think, who will be signing with us in the next few days, not in few months, but in few days. We
Beautiful.
are talking to some luxury automobile brand, the top three ones. One of them will sign with us also in the next few weeks.
Really?
Yeah, yeah, for complete enabling of Web3, complete enabling of everything what they will do in Web3, whether it's metaverse, NFT, all of that, from smart contract to creating content, we'll be doing all of them for all of that for these brands. Uh, the Swiss company which I tweeted about from Geneva a month ago, in the center of Geneva, in the most important location, who are based there. I can share that the guys who we are talking to, one of the main owner and partner, is a guy who was directly involved in designing the Hublot Big Bang for more than 7 years. One of the
The
biggest
what? Could you repeat that?
Hublot Big Bang.
Hublot. Hublot.
Yeah. So
Okay.
he was directly responsible for designing Hublot Big Bang. This is the man who we met couple of times, and he's excited about the NFT space and what's happening in Matt Trooper. He has his own company now, which is doing extremely well all over the world. Completely Swiss family based out of Switzerland, and they have 100% coming on board to design watches exclusively for Matt Trooper as well as for EDDA.
Oh,
This will be
cool.
Swiss watches designed in Switzerland, and we are figuring out a way how the community can win them through the games, redeem them through the NFT staking, redeem them through the Plomo points, through Samurai points. So all of that is being worked out. Some of these watches are definitely very expensive, uh, but it's very very good. And we'll share the company and the owner's name, I think, in the next AMA before end of this month of February, whenever we do it.
Sure.
So that's definitely going in the right direction. Besides that, uh, I can now openly share. People can tweet him or ask his foundation. We've had direct meetings with very important people. Novak Djokovic entire team, who's responsible for his entire personal, professional life and all decisions, have directly met me in Belgrade.
The tennis player.
Tennis player, the world's number
Oh
one.
man. Yeah,
So
the guy that's going through all the drama with Australia. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So the drama is actually, I'm very happy that somebody has the balls at his level to stand by his own independent thoughts, and
Absolutely.
it also shows that what the collective world, which is in power, did to him. But regardless, I have had direct meeting with Anna Ivanovic, who is also a very successful female Wimbledon player, tennis player in the world. She now works with Novak Djokovic and Novak Djokovic Foundation. They've understood everything that we do, and we are at a very advanced level talks to do, I would say, multiple things with them. It's not just a drop, it will be a 1 or 2 year activity involving him and his foundation directly.
That's
Uh,
amazing. But can I segue? What's the energy like? You're in Belgrade right now, right?
I'm
And
right
he
now in Montenegro. At this point, I'm in Montenegro.
oh, you're in Montenegro. But what was I think you tweeted about it. What was the energy like when people were so upset with Australia about how they treated him?
Yeah. So basically, energy was very positive because a lot of people estimated that this could happen, or they had some thought that this is all planned in a way to make him go through this. A lot of people don't know the fact. I'll give you a quick summary. Everybody is a Orthodox Christian follower in Serbia, Montenegro, Yugoslavia. So is Novak himself. So 7th January was his Christmas day, and they made sure that even on that day he was not allowed to meet anybody from his team. They isolated him and they made him spend his Christmas alone in a very shady detention kind of a center with extremely bad indoors and outdoors. So this is the kind of shit which goes on in the world, which the real media is not going to talk about. But regardless, this is life, and I think we all are moving in the right direction. There is a lot of cleansing happening. So that's one part. Another big name which I'm not scared to drop today because we are also with advanced level talks is uh, Kobe Bryant's friends and family, or friends like family, who are directly in possession of Kobe, aka Black Mambas, some of the greatest collectibles, including extremely rare sneakers, extremely rare collectibles with very motivational messages written by Kobe himself. uh, World's top two marketplaces have gone and pitched for this, and they have rejected them. They have offered them money on the table, and they have not accepted it. And they are in the advanced discussion with us on how to do what around this. Will it be a DAO, social token, NFT, auction? So all of that is being discussed and planned. So this is all real. These are all real names. People can use me and connect with them and ask them questions.
So let me ask you a question. So we bring on these celebrities, and they become part of the EDDA family. Now you're going to not just have, from what I'm understanding, because you've already made the updates on the EDDA platform where people from outside can come in and purchase the NFTs. When we first started, it was only people who were staking EDDA can receive the Samurai points, and we could buy the NFTs. With this situation, you're making the marketplace like a EDDA marketplace for NFTs, correct? Are we looking to be like an OpenSea competitor? Are we gonna be open source, or is it gonna stay closed? I
So
know it's
I
a lot of information in one little bit, but I saw someone ask, is this going to be open source in the future?
Yeah, so I'll take this question step by step so I can answer very truthfully and exactly share what's happening here with us in the last few months of meeting all of this really big celebrities globally. There are many more. Uh, so number one is Adaverse is becoming the company to enable all of this. Uh, so Adaverse is pitching for all of this, and Adaverse will do every activity around it. Whatever revenues generated in this, 25% of revenue in a total Web3 essence will be shared to buy back ADA tokens from the open market, which is again commitment. We are not going to change that whatsoever. 100%. That's 100% a done deal. And we are also figuring out if we can do these drops on EDDASwap or anything between EDDA, EDDAverse, EDDASwap itself. Uh, we also spoke to some celebrities that if they would be open if you can use EDDA for this, and they said that doesn't make sense because they have 200 million fans. So
Yeah.
they said if that would be very bad approach, they can be it can be one of the payment mechanism, but it can't be the only one. So that has been rejected, and we were pretty sure it won't go through. But the rest of the things are doing looking very good. There are a few luxury brands. There are a few Bollywood stars. As I said, we are going to announce a lot of names in Q1 itself. So I
And
think
that's
Adam,
also it's a very small community. So
yeah,
once one does it, someone they're gonna tell their buddy. The buddy's like, "Oh, I'll do that too," and and then they'll start coming like dominoes.
correct. So, for example, I can't name the people who we are talking to. There are three individuals based out of LA with regards to Kobe Bryant. Uh, I can actually share some picture of the things which we have right now, the assets. I'll show it to you towards the end of the call, or I can send it to you if you can show it to on your screen, which we are actually going through authentication process and understanding what we can do. These are directly goods owned by Kobe with messages written by him. It's very seriously huge opportunity. Uh, and so I think, yes, you are right. With regards to your friend's part, we were talking about this to these three individuals from LA who've been very kind and who have been in constant engagement with us. Uh, they actually told us that they already have uh, another very top NBA player with them called Kyrie Irving, who is talking to them for multiple things, and they would like to bring him also into the fold. and also bring women's NBA player or WNBA players, top ones who won more than 5 gold medals and stuff. So yes, that's true that this community is very small. Once you're able to get in one or two right people and they see that you are patient enough to hear them out, understand them, explain them the whole process, how it will work, what's happening, and that's the tough part because that gets you inside the door. uh,
Yes.
I'm pretty sure we are inside the door now. And then the part is that who will spend the R&D money till they decide their mind. So we decided that we will not, behave like a roadblock here, and we'll go all out and spend whatever R&D money is required, which means understanding if it's a social token, token economics, DAO, legalities around it, bringing lords on the call, bringing artists on the call, letting artists do some kind of prototype work, which is this is a hell lot of work which people don't
Yeah.
realize. Uh,
No, I totally get it. I mean, I canceled my project just because it was so ridiculous. The amount
yeah.
of work that was going. I said, I don't have the time or the energy. You have to have an amazing team to be able to pull this off.
We are very blessed with the team, and our team is growing actually very very fast. More and more people are expanding and joining. So I think we are very lucky on that front. But the whole managing this kind of a celebrity part is not easy, and I'll explain you why. There are agencies who are involved who have signed up with the celebs for maybe 5-10 years. There are lawyers, sometimes more than 4 or 5 of them, who want to be part of every call. uh, there are their friends and family who have interest in their success, which is fine. And then there are key brands who are in a way involved with them for almost a decade, and they want to make sure that things are going the right direction. Of course, those brands are also now coming to us in a way because they have seen what we have been educating them for last 5-6 months,
Yeah.
and sharing with them, uh, and explaining them step by step that this is what we feel is the few right things to do in the web3, in the metaverse, in the NFT, in the gaming space, and have a long term strategy for not 6 months or one or two drops where you make $5 million and go away, but create a digital community, convert your fans into your permanent customers who also will start making money.
Yes.
Because the idea is that it's time to give back to the fans, and a lot of celebrities don't understand this even today, that they want to do a drop, make some money, and get out of the space. When you are going ahead with the thought of giving back to the fans, you can work on a very long term strategy on a 1, 2, 3, 4 year plan. And that's where the fan can, in the secondary market, make a lot of profits through trading, flipping, buying, and selling. So I think this is
For
all.
those that don't know, NFTs are traded just like cryptos. I mean,
Yeah.
there's profit to
So
be made, and there's spreads, and there's all kinds of great things. So even though I'm not a big NFT guy, sorry, I'm just not me. I was really big into EDDA for the DeFi side, but still, the NFT space is going to grow whether we like it or not. And the gaming space, holy crap, the gaming space is just going to dwarf everything.
yeah.
So
So,
we got
so
to watch that as well.
yeah. So we are still toying on couple of DeFi products. We've not given up away completely on things which don't make sense. But most of the DeFi companies which were excitedly or very hot companies in the summer of 2020, let's be real, 99% of them are dead. They are delisted, they are
Well,
gone.
Ethereum killed them.
Yeah,
Let's be
Ethereum
frank.
killed them. Some exchanges killed them. Hacks killed them. Hackers robbed them. So there was a lot of experimental stuff going on, and we had invested serious amount of time, money, and resources to create some very different vaults and very different mechanism. But we realized this is not really a child's play. One hack can wipe your entire reputation out in 1 second.
Absolutely. We saw it
And
happen many times.
yeah, yeah.
Many times.
The last one was, I think, some Polycross bridge or something, which was a $500 million hack, and there were more than 26 hacks before that.
People don't
One,
understand that if you have a decentralized wallet that's yours,
yeah,
you can hold the keys, and you have another decentralized wallet, and you use a bridge in between, you just went through centralization, and that's an attack vector where you can lose your crypto. So be
yeah,
careful out there, guys. Use your private keys. I know some of you have your EDDA on centralized exchanges. I recommend getting it off and put it in your MetaMask wallet or Trust wallet, whatever you may use. Just be careful out there, guys. Not your keys, not your crypto.
Yeah, I agree with that. Especially now, people have to be careful. A couple of bigger exchanges again got compromised in Asia, and it's not a good deal or a
No.
good situation to be in. We have to respect our funds and make sure whatever best we can do in our capacity, we must continue doing that.
Yeah,
Because we
absolutely.
are max. Was that
My
Maximus?
my kid is maximizing. His grandfather just arrived, so first it was the teacher, and then now he must have found out we're going to the beach, so he's going crazy. So that's
Wow.
just what I'm looking at the EDDA price right now. We're up $65 in the last 24 hours, so we're back up to 550. We're about what, a $2.5 million market cap.
Yeah, I think that I have no idea about the market cap. To be honest, sometimes people ask me what's the price of EDA, and I'm not
You don't
joking.
even
I don't
know.
know the price because I have to actually check it quickly by logging on to something. Because I'm
Hey,
not
no
tracking any
no
of this.
expectations for the CEO, folks. No expectations.
No, because the idea is that we are not holding a large liquidity or something, so it doesn't matter. We are focused on what we are building, and if you understood from the last few minutes of explanation, it's quite challenging to convince this kind of big celebrities and win their confidence, win their entire team, or I would say their whole crew which hangs out with them, their confidence. We are focused on that, and I think what we are building is going to become a big example this year itself, in the next 4 quarters. So we are very, very excited, and I think it's going the right direction. A lot of people who uh, were possibly not even understanding what Web3 or metaverse is, they have understood. And I'll take a step back and I'll tell you what's happening, why some of these things happen, and it's a lot of commitment, not just from me or from the entire team, but every artist who has worked with us has put their mind, body, and soul, or blood, sweat, and toil into this. So if you see EDA NFTs today, somebody wrote a thread, I retweeted it, and we were being compared. Okay, so this leads me to my another big news, which I'll share. Uh, that a lot of people who are really focused on quality are comparing things, and let me tell you what they look at. They look at your rendering quality, they look at the edges, they look at how you place the logo, they look at what kind of colors you've used, what kind of music you've used, who created those, how all of this is blending in. By the grace of God, we've never done quality compromise in any work since 2020 till today, pre-launch.
Absolutely. And
So
it's been premium all the way through.
it's been premium, and a lot of people have noticed it now. So I'm going to tell you one more very important news. This is happening as we speak. They are doing a due diligence on us. uh, World's biggest centralized exchange is interested in Matt Trooper. They are interested in Matt Trooper in multiple ways. They understood that the NFTs are gone. We burned the remaining one. Now there is nothing else they can do. So they are studying Matt Trooper. They are going through details. They have an entire team doing a due diligence on us. This is number one centralized exchange in the world. There is, everybody knows which one is that.
We're not
Uh,
going to mention them.
yeah. So they are doing a due diligence on us right now. And they are looking at multiple options, whether IGO, in game weapons, in game skins, IO. We have no idea. We told them this is what we are doing, and we are very busy developing the game version one. And we have four versions coming out. Version one will be something light, fun, people can start playing immediately with. Version two will
Cool.
be better, three will be better, and four will be the main version, where I think we will go head on with a multi-billion-dollar console company in competition. That's going to take, I think, 7 8 quarters more. But the first version is on track. So again, this is all real. Some very important people are involved in this due diligence, and I think they will tell us by end of February or by mid of March what they want to do with Matt Trooper, how they want to get involved. Would they want to do IGO? We have no idea. We are open to everything, but we'll see what where it goes. With regards to game, the game prototyping, mapping, everything is on track. There is a dedicated. So the good part is that now we have a dedicated game development team. The bad part is we fired the game development team which was hired because they don't know anything about blockchain. They don't know anything
Okay.
about Solana. They don't know anything about how to connect NFT within a game or wallet. So we realized that okay, this is all coming back to us. And it's like if we have to keep on doing the work for them, and why on earth are we paying them literally every day, every week, every month? So now there are three things happening parallelly. One, we have a dedicated team of game developers who have worked in gaming companies. They've come on board. We will introduce them soon on one of the websites. Uh, there are 8 people, fully full-time dedicated with the Might Trooper game. The reason we took this decision, even though it's expensive decision or it's fairly expensive decision, because we are talking to a lot of celebrities and they will also need some kind of gaming support or some kind of gamification support, if not the gaming support. So this is a good investment going forward, and it's happening. With regards to the maps, the characters, the enemies, programmers have finished developing all the silicon structures. The mechanics to engage the players are in place. Version 1, I don't think we are going to delay. We will still launch it in Q1, maybe 15-20 days here and there, but nothing crazy. And as I said, we have planned for version 3 or 4 versions totally. Version 4 will be the most epic one, and we will see what and how soon we can reach there. So these are some key updates about what we needed to immediately share before we address all the questions, and I'm happy to address all of them. With regards to marketing, I'm sure people have seen there has been much more improvement on Twitter, on TikTok, on Instagram. If you search today Matt Trooper, if you search today EDDASwap, you will see many more stories posted by other companies, other individuals, other influencers, and it has
Yeah.
just begun.
I've
We
noticed
have,
TikTok. I've noticed the now because I watch TikTok for about 15 minutes a day just to see what's going on,
yeah,
and I all the EDDASwap ones come through and I see them there. So
yeah,
that's a good job. Um, Also, I did notice today that there's only been one piece of content uploaded to the YouTube video or YouTube in the last month. Actually, I think it's a little bit longer, but you got to guys look. This is what I did for a living. So
yes,
social media is like a layer two to the SERPs, which is like Google and Yahoo and the search engines. So you want to be posting content all the time, and this if you stop posting content, then Google says, okay, they're not as relevant, and they drop down. So that's why as far as I'm concerned, I want to see at a front and center all the time. And you can
yeah,
take old content and repurpose it, right?
yes.
And okay, so you and I do these updates once every
I'm
month
just
or
going
once
to
every
get
two
up and
months.
connect my charger to the laptop so it doesn't die.
Okay.
Give me a second.
Okay. All right.
I just realized that it's not connected.
Mike's about to, his computer's about to die.
Yeah, because otherwise we are in the middle of a very interesting conversation and
Yeah.
my
So
network.
so so we got to keep that content going to keep you because Google's really finicky with their algorithms, and
Yeah,
if your website isn't updated or your social media page isn't updated, they're not going to show it in the SERPs, the search engine, optimization, all that. So you want to keep content all the time.
yes,
I would say the most important one for you guys is obviously Twitter, and
yeah,
that's super important. But if we're going to reach out to the millennials and the generations that are going to care about these games, we got to be on TikTok, and you
yeah.
guys are doing a great job with that, and I applaud you for that. But we can't let down. We can't drop YouTube
Yes,
because
we can't. So I agree. I think that's a good point. But what has happened here is that there has been a migration ongoing. There are new teams joining us full time instead of agencies, which is much greater job, and we are very happy. So there are 3 dedicated girls now who are based in Prague, Sharka, Veronica, and Dina, who are full time working on social media. We'll bring
okay,
them on the call next time. I think they are doing an impeccable job with TikTok, Instagram, a little bit on Twitter, YouTube. They are getting a hang of it because there was a migration. And second, I think there is needs to be some kind of a smooth connectivity. So the content rollout has not stopped. We have launched more than 18 NFTs in the last 45 days. All of them have been redeemed instantly. The cats, the dogs, the videos, the 3D, the 360 VR. We brought some of the NFTs down to smaller valuations for ADA token holders outside of LP pool, and they are getting redeemed literally in matter of 3 or 4 minutes. We don't even know who are the people who are reading it so fast, but it's a great
Wow.
thing. So I think if you look at the EDDASwap NFT platform, you can instantly see the normal pull. So many NFTs which have been launched, but I think a lot of them were not videos, so there was no migration on YouTube. But yeah, I think that YouTube needs to continue like TikTok is growing and like Instagram. We are also talking to wow, a lot of influencers, and the big ones we don't care about them anymore because we've chased them for several months, and then the response is like, "Send us 2 Bitcoin, and we'll think about it, and we'll review. We will review you after 8 months. We have a waiting period of 8 months, so it's some
Crypto, crypto's got a lot of gatekeeping.
yeah, it's got some weird, funny things going on, and they know that we are doing some exceptionally good work, and maybe they are scared to talk about us because of their personal interest in other companies. But we are talking to a lot of medium-sized influencers, and we told them that just look at what we are doing and see if it makes sense. We would love to start working with you, whether it's organic, whether it's some kind of marketing, whatever is the best option. I think we have around 10, 12, 13 YouTubers who look like interested, and they will all start rolling in from February or end of February onwards. So I'm guessing 15 YouTubers will be talking about ADA Swap, Matt Trooper, and ADA Worlds starting end of February, which is
Beautiful.
great. So which is 100% happening, and thanks to the social media dedicated team, which is doing fantastic job. So I think that part is also coming along very, very well. And I think, oh, just so you know, I had news for you, Randy, that we have been studying whatever you send, including Pulse Chain and all. But one of the first thing we are going live in the next 5 days is we are making the Lux token, the UST by Terra Luna, and Hex integrated with our NFT dApps. Anybody
Oh,
can buy
beautiful.
NFT with Hex, with
Beautiful.
Lux, and with UST, the stable coin owned by Terra Luna. We are, I think, 4 or 5 days away from that. By maybe this weekend or by Monday or Tuesday, the integration will be done, and you can actually start. Anybody who has Hex, UST, or Lux can start buying NFTs on EDDASwap NFT dApp or
Hey,
marketplace.
great, because there's some updates I'll give to you guys for what's going. My son, man, he's so excited. All right, there's something that's happening on Pulse Chain. The Pulse X just is doing their sacrifice phase right now, and it's going. You're going to be able to just port your tokens, your Ethereum based ones, and wrap them over on Pulse X. So and over there, the fees are going to be fractions of a penny. So you're still going to be able to do your transactions just like you would do on Uniswap, but it's going to be on Pulse X, and you'll be able to be LP providers and earn the tokens on PulseX just like you do on Uniswap. So there's lots of cool things coming to that, and I think it's going to be very helpful to EDDASwap. And I mean, I've been telling the community, I'm like, look, the guys at EDDASwap are looking at PulseChain because it's going to fix a lot of the DeFi issues we have. All those DeFi projects that we saw, like Chainlink got hurt, Sushi Swap, Sushi, and all these, they got hurt. Well, if they come over to PulseChain, it's
Yeah,
going to be fine. So that's my argument. And EDDA, the NFT, all of your NFTs are going to be copied over to PulseChain. For those of you guys who do not know, so you're going to have
yeah.
two copies now. You're going to have an ETH one, and you're going to have a PulseChain version because the whole system state of Ethereum is going to be copied, and that's supposed to happen. I'm guessing in March is when the launch of PulseChain is going to happen. So just pay attention to it. I'm not telling everyone, oh, it's a miracle. It is for me, but for you guys, just know that it's there,
Yeah.
because when it happens, it's going to be the largest airdrop in the history of crypto. So just know that it's happening. And
Makes
EDDA
sense.
EDDA is going to be affected as well. So every EDDA coin that you have is going to be copied on PulseChain.
I understand. We are still looking at all of this happening, and there is so much happening in the space. A lot of people did not understand the consequences of. So there is a process where a lot of large companies are still going the traditional way, and we saw what happened with OpenSea. There are two companies who actually, in a way, acquired the value and launched tokens, SOS and Lux. And this is the beginning. This is going to happen to every company in the world. This is going to happen to every traditional company in the world. So all of this is changing very fast, and I think it's very interesting how traditional finance is struggling, uh, with the new Web3 standards or with the crypto, uh, in the crypto with what's happening and so fast that they are not able to even cope up with it.
No.
But I think, to be honest, I have shared some of the biggest updates, whether it's the Geneva watchmaker. I've given two of the biggest celebrity names. Uh, I've told the world's biggest centralized exchange is actually doing an audit on us for uh, IGO or something to do with Matt Troper. We'll wait for their own suggestion. We have no idea, but they seem very interested with Matt Trooper. They love the quality of everything that they have seen so far, and they are also interested in the game. And
Now, Mike. Before we go any further, people keep mentioning the DAO. What's going on? I don't even know anything about. Is there a DAO being built?
so, to be honest, we are consulting celebrities on building DAO. We have not spoken ever officially about DAO for ourselves as of now or at this moment, but we are consulting two or three, maybe four celebrities on creating a DAO for them, which will be
Okay.
created, built, managed by us. The content for the same will also be created by us, and that's the truth of the situation as of now. We will see how it goes. There is a lot of hype around DAO. A lot of DAOs have also not been able to do what they wanted to do at the beginning when they launched. And I don't know the real reasons why that happened, but unfortunately, it has happened. A lot of people have lost money again there as well. And I think it's very important to be focused on. So, I realize that if you want to build an iPhone, it's going to take its own sweet time. But if you want to build a cheap Chinese phone, you can build five of them in next 3 days.
Yeah.
And in life, we have very limited choices to make or discipline. And we have to decide, are we going to build something like an iPhone or something like an Apple? I mean, it's stupid to compare a startup in a crypto space to Apple, but with regards to that quality. And more we are talking to celebrities or brands or agencies, we are realizing that they are very focused on the smallest thing that you've done or how you guys tweet or how
Detail.
everything they are studying everything. They are not from the crypto space. So for them, before they align with you, they want to make sure, number one, you are not a scam. Number two, you are here for long term, for a 5-10 year period. You'll keep
Hmm.
evolving. Maybe we might not be doing what we are doing today in 4 years down the line, but we will be doing something interconnected to it. Uh, and that requires serious amount of commitment, pivoting, and quickly adopting as well. And we are realizing this, that you have to choose your path in life. Would you want to build something like an Apple product, or you want to build anything Chinese which is being available for 5 euros to buy and sell, or 50 euros? And I think it's a right choice we made from the beginning, that we don't want to do something which uh, looks like anybody else can do it very easily. And that's
Yep.
our own entry barrier that we've created today. With that patience, with that diligence, with that focus, with that investment, with the right artist. uh, of course, the artists have been extremely grateful to support us since beginning, all of them. But it also requires a lot of back and forth to dilute down the vision into them, or into their original style of creating quantity or quality or content, and then pushing them further, that this is great, but we want something much better. And that's going to take 4 more weeks from their side, which means they're going to lose 3 or 4 weeks of opportunities of creating
Yep.
possibly a moderate work and sell it there, because there are buyers for that. So all of this is getting streamlined, and I think we are very happy with where we are heading. We see no doubts, we are or what we spoke about last time. In fact, we see many more commitments and confirmations, and we will also see public announcements within, I am hoping, in Q1 for sure.
Sure. I mean, that's what I want to see, because then I just retweet them. I've got almost 30,000 followers on Twitter, and when I retweet something, it gets seen. And
Yeah,
when you get to a certain level on Twitter, when you tweet something or retweet something, it actually gets indexed by Google. And if you have an image with it or something, it might show up in the Google search engine, and that's pretty powerful. That's why I love it when you guys put out the new stuff, or
yeah.
the new NFTs that come along. I'm
It's
just excited for you guys to start rolling out those, having those PR releases. blog posts, more videos. And Mike,
Yes.
I know you and I. Well, hold on a second. I know you and I. We have our monthly thing or our bi-monthly video, but I would like to see an actual like at a professionally done backgrounds with updates like a monthly thing that comes out with all the EDDA news, all the new NFTs, the artists come on and do interviews, those kind of things. I think that'd be very powerful for EDDA, and it wouldn't cost anything
Yeah.
really.
I agree. I think it's not about the cost, it's about dedicating one more right resource or a person who captures all the data points correctly of what's been achieved and puts them into a fact sheet or an infographic, as you said, with a background and releases them. Uh, we are talking to a couple of more people from the existing community, mods and admins, who might come in full time and help us with this as well. But if you
Yeah, and
Google,
make them TikTok friendly so they can also be shared to TikTok, right?
yeah, TikTok, but is really dynamic video, and we realize more and more we are working with TikTok content creators that they each of them have their unique style, and they want to follow that, which is cool. I think we are learning a lot from them or with them. It's fun. But if you Google search EDDASwap right now, just EDDASwap, you'll actually see our tweets, our coin market cap link. So our SEO and everything else is doing pretty well.
Oh
And
yeah, very good. You guys are doing a good. You have you nice.
so the first link will be the website, which is already number one all over the world now. Actually, even if you type EDDASwap in any
Here,
language,
let me share the screen because this is the kind of shit I geek over.
yeah. So it took us time, but now we are getting it right. If anybody searches EDDASwap in any country in the world, they will see first our link. They will see some tweets. They will see some direct news and material information
So
about
you
us.
see these are tweets directly from Twitter. Now
It,
this is the kind of stuff I look at. I look at images. It's very look at that. Good job, guys.
oh, so as you are on Twitter, can you go, Randy, on your Twitter, and can I show you something which the community can see as well?
Sure.
Because I'm very keen that community can start using this. We took a lot of time convincing Twitter and their uh, gift deployers and all of them.
What
Can
would
you
you
go
like?
to your Twitter account on the screen?
Yeah. What account?
Any Twitter account of yours, your own Twitter account.
Yeah. Oh. I gotta share that. Sorry. I'm still
Yeah, if you can
sharing the
show that.
edits.
So I can tell you that this might all not look very big today, but this will be very big in next 12 months when
Okay.
many more people are engaged and searching things about us.
Share.
You can just show a Twitter account and create a new tweet, and I'll show you a couple
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
tips.
Yeah. I'm doing it.
Thank you.
Okay. Share screen. Screen. Chrome tab. Twitter. Each tab is different. Okay. There we go. All right. What do you want me to look at?
Okay, can you create a new tweet?
Sure.
Okay, now can you select, the GIF option there?
Yeah. Please put NFTs in here.
Now, no, no, okay, now just search EDA swap here or
Okay. What do you want me?
EDA
Edda?
swap, EDA swap.
Oh, snap, crackle, pop.
We've been working on this for a few months now and slowly getting there. There are hundreds of NFTs which have been taken and accepted officially by Twitter and all of the gift suppliers. Of now, try Matt Trooper.
Yeah, there was one there.
You
Edda
can even type
swap.
Matt Trooper.
Yeah, just let me. This is a Mad Trooper, so
There are many of them. So this is all done now. We are integrating into this is people don't understand the value of this work today,
oh,
but they'll
I know
understand.
it. I know the value. I'm not going to ask how you guys did it, but genius.
Yeah, it's a challenge, and we are working on this. So there are literally two people dedicated to do this full time, and they are finally successful. They can breathe little bit well today, and they can say, okay, they achieved what they started with. And we are also pushing,
This
even if you type
guys,
just EDA.
this is powerful marketing.
So it's
This
it's
is
it's
powerful.
crazy. If you even type EDDA, EDDA, just four letter words, you will see few of the content by us and by Matt Trooper as well.
This is called branding.
So we
Okay,
are
here we
working
go.
on
Mad
all of
Troopers.
this with companies like Google, Twitter, SEO, SEM optimization, because we know what we are doing for next 2, 3, 4 years. We are not here for 3 months or 6 months, and we can't convince anybody who has a short-term cycle, because what we are building is definitely going to take its own time, and bringing all the celebrities, bringing all the brands. So this is live now, Randy. Everybody in the community is welcome to use any of our NFTs which are already accepted on Twitter. Every time they tweet or retweet, it spreads the word, and I think it's a good beginning. We are excited, and they are not random content or just like memes, but they are directly connected to our content which has been created and deployed out there. uh, I think
That's
looks red
genius. I
has.
mean, kudos to you guys. That is the most. That is the most uh, guerrilla marketing move I've seen any crypto company make.
It was
Because
crazy. It was
celebrities are doing it, right?
yeah.
Celebrities are already doing it. They're getting their images. Their PR teams are getting them their gifts of themselves on
Yes,
Twitter and other places, and Facebook does it as well. I can't check right now because I'm banned from Facebook now.
really.
So yeah. Now they want me to send copies of my IDs and everything to get my Facebook account back. I said, piss off.
That's
So,
crazy. Yeah,
but
but
but you know,
all the top 100 celebrities in the world are doing this since long time on
yeah,
Google, on Twitter, and all of that.
yeah.
And we we saw the impact of this in the long tail marketing, or over a certain period of time. So we are doing many such things which are in the background, and they'll all be visible soon as they go live. Uh, so the idea is that
Let's talk about Mad Trooper for a second because Vikram's got a couple questions. He says,
sure.
"Will the old Mad Trooper build on Solana? Will it get any perks or new Mad Trooper drops? Will like owning a coin and you're getting benefits for owning that coin?"
Yes, so I think that's a good question, and I have the answer. That we started already with the 360 VR NFTs. So we started first with the staking. We had to build the staking mechanism from scratch, which we did in less than 2.5 months. I don't think any NFT company in Solana has done that. And we did this independently without any support from Solana, or any technical support, or any grant from anybody. So staking is in place. Staking is very important. That's the foundation. When you have foundation, you can connect many more things to it.
Yes.
And the staking is cost effective. It's not expensive. It's decently fast. It needs some improvisation, which we are working on. Now, current immediate benefit is that 360 VR NFTs can be owned by that. But the immediate next benefit, which I can already share, before the first quarter ends, we are definitely bringing the Swiss watch. We are trying to bring the silver coins, dedicated Mad Trooper limited edition, 1 ounce or 31 grams silver coin from one of the most reputed Spanish silver mint company, uh, also, and many more partners we are talking to, who are interested to come and align with the ecosystem of the NFT. So there will be a lot of benefits if you hold on to your NFT, if you believe in what we are building, if you believe in. I just explained the four versions of game and the whole process where we are at, and now the fact that we have a full dedicated in-house game development team. So the answer is yes, the whole ecosystem is being worked upon, and anybody who owns Mad Trooper and is taking the NFT will have many more benefits over the next few months. Many of them.
Beautiful, beautiful. All right, so for someone like me, I had some struggles staking my EDDA. So now all my EDDA are liquid. I got both of the coins. I have both those sitting there as my NFTs, and they're on OpenSea. I'm just putting them aside. And then I went to go try to stake my EDDA multiple times. I tried 3 times over the course of a couple of days, and each time my stake got rejected by the Ethereum network with the top fee. So could you? I don't know. I didn't tell you this before. I just wanted to ask a question as a user. I mean, how is this going to be fixed? What's the issue? Why isn't the code working properly?
No, so basically, in a way, we have solved this. Basically, there is constantly a problem at the peak of any Ethereum gas situation. Many successful dApps are facing this, even if there is no error in the code. But I think we have upgraded and fixed this. If you try today, and when you try to stake it, Let's say if your wallet suggests you $32.16. Now you make sure that it's not on a low or a medium, but you
Yeah.
edit fees and go to high. We
Yeah.
are also trying
I
to
do
fix
that.
this in a way, and then
Okay.
the fees will go up by another $8 or $9. But then I think you should get through in 30 seconds. We are also trying to solve this internally if we can put a fix or deploy a fix to it. But right now, this is the best solution. They just edit, select a high fee option, and you should get through in 30 seconds.
Yeah,
Uh,
these
but
Ethereum miners are just screwing everybody.
yeah, so another great point, Randy, which brings us to the discussion which I started a Twitter discussion 3 days back, that we are actually seriously right now studying multiple layer one solutions,
Yes.
not layer two but layer one, and number one option looks like Phantom, with the amount of liquidity they have, the amount of development they have done, the cost and the speed is mind blowing for per activity. So we have no reason to do all of this again and put time, resource, money, development hours, man hours. But the problem is that if there are 100 users who are active today or 500, and they're all trying to stake, unstake, redeem an NFT, redeem a silver coin, their cost per activity is going to sometimes $85 or $100, and they have reached out to us with screenshots. We have studied them. All of these complaints are very real. Unfortunate part is we have no control over this. So the only thing we can do here is that we have to rebuild all dApps or migrate them in a EVM compatible manner to something like a Phantom, uh, redo the native token with a bridge, which people can choose they want to remain on Ethereum or they want to go towards Phantom. The token supply will never change, it will all remain the same. We will do this in a full secure manner. Uh, but I think this looks like the only solution because we have almost every month around 15-20 users sending the same screenshots to admins or to me or somebody on Twitter or on Telegram. And most complaints are about this: cost per activity, cost per staking, unstaking, redeeming, silver coin, NFT is going higher and higher. And
You know
un-
you know what the fix is? The fix is multi-chain. Just you use what if the interoperability can work with all the different layer one solutions, then we're going to be fine. And I think we're getting closer and closer to every project being able to be interoperable with every other chain. It's
yeah,
happening.
in a way, it is. But if you look at today, Solana did not do anything which can be used from Ethereum Solidity or ERC20 standard. It's a complete different language. And
I wasn't talking about Solidity. I was
yeah,
talking about everything that uses the ERC20
correct.
style
Yeah,
codes.
but no, even ERC20 style. So, there are blockchains which are not supporting that. For example, when we started building Mat 2 on Solana, none of our existing development skills were of any use. We had to literally start from scratch to understand Rust language on Solana, Candy Machine on Solana, and all of the infrastructure. And the same applied for building the staking. So I think a lot of the blockchains still have their own preferences. I don't know if you call it ecosystem politics or a ego or power play or whatever that is, but I don't understand why does every blockchain want their own language? It makes no sense, and it creates so much of a mess for the builders who
It
actually.
attracts. It seems like each type attracts different types of people. You
Yeah.
know,
So, Cardano went with Haskell, Solana has Rust, Solana has done
Rust.
some
Yeah.
wonderful things, Ethereum has Solidity. So, everybody is creating their own standards, and they're not understanding that as a developer or as a company which is building on all of this, it creates so much of financial and physical stress on both sides, on number of hours and number of money being drained down. And it's literally crazy work. It just makes us do three times the work.
All right,
But
all right, all right, Mike. Let's. We know we're all going through this. You can see Mike's stress coming through right now. I know the
uh,
feeling, man. I've probably spent about $8,000 in Ethereum fees this year. I mean, just for my
uh,
personal account. That's ridiculous. All right, Mike. Let's end this on a positive note because
I,
my
I
ass
don't
needs to
want
get
to.
out in
I
the
don't want
sun.
to share right now how much you spend in testing, because I will not be able to sleep tonight. But yeah, it's a mess.
Yeah, it's out of control.
You know,
Yeah.
everybody loves Ethereum and everybody starts attacking you if you speak one line against Ethereum. One line. People start DMing me like, oh, suddenly you don't like Ethereum. I said, I love Ethereum, but they have not solved the gas problem. It's been 3 years. 2017 bull market, this was the problem. 2021, that's 4.5, 5 years. It's still not solved. So this is not a small issue. This is affecting single retail players who are enjoying the space, who are entering the space. For them, spending $78 is a huge roadblock immediately.
Hey, I just want to mention that Kinetics just joined the room. Kinetics has his own fund in the U.S. and they're looking at supporting the Pulse chain and the Hex network. And if he does go, if you want to rewind a little bit, Kinetics, we did talk about the possibilities of EDDA working with Pulse chain and informing the community of what is happening with Pulse. So I mean, there's big money coming into Pulse Chain. It's ridiculous because they know it's a great fix. It's ETH 2.0 without all the political bullshit. So I'm really excited for it, Mike. I'm telling you, I'm gonna be pushing you every day when new information comes out. I'm gonna be sending it to you. Look, check it out because this is a fix for us. And
Yeah. Okay, one
yeah,
more update. Sorry, I forgot. We are talking to one of the most reputed gallery family, real world art gallery in New York and London, who are looking at a option to partner with us for NFT gallery, for NFT division, or start selling NFT to their art collectors. This gallery has been selling artworks from $100,000 upwards to maybe $20 million range, and they are looking to get into NFT. They are trying to buy a couple of them for themselves, but they saw the quality of things which we developed, and they are looking at some kind of partnership. We will have some more information, but that's happening as we speak, uh, and it's amazing how this is also happening
I mean,
because
I know there's people that don't believe that NFTs are going to be this. They're going to be giant. I don't care what anybody says.
no, so NFTs are
You're
very
talking
big.
about art galleries right now.
Yeah. No, we're talking about art galleries who have been in business for 50 years and
Yeah,
they want their customers are calling them up and asking them that, hey, can we buy NFT from you? And they said, no, you can't. And we spoke on couple of incidences and we said, why don't you say yes to them and we can do something together? And they are actually studying us and they studied us and they said, this is the kind of quality we want. We need to figure out what we can do. So let's see how this works out. We'll have to figure out even the secondary market piece with this. So all the people who got free NFTs on OpenSea, they should be able to work with these galleries in some way. Uh, but this is going to take a couple of months or maybe 3 months. But it's very interesting point that their existing collectors or their children or their siblings are asking the same galleries if they can buy some reputed NFTs from them or some high quality NFT from them,
absolutely.
which they can enjoy in their house or in their office. And they don't necessarily want a crypto punk for $1 million or something like that. They want to have some aesthetics or something which they connect to. It might be worth one Ethereum and they're very happy with it. So that's happening as well.
Well, hey,
Can
Mike,
we
we hit our hour mark. You want to wrap up with some powerful, positive news, and let me get out to the beach, man.
I think the powerful positive news, we've dropped all of them. They're all truthful and we are working very hard. So be assured, be like the Chinese farmer. Don't be overexcited. Don't be over pessimistic. Focus on the maybe part. Be grateful for all of us wherever we are, that we are alive, healthy, and well. Uh, all of us have lost a couple of people in friends and family or 1 degree of separation in the last 1.5 year. And I think it's very grateful to be happy, healthy, and have a meaningful day-to-day life and living a purposeful life of doing what you enjoy. Uh,
Hey, and you and I both are COVID survivors, so
yeah,
we made it through.
absolutely. I think I'm a multiple COVID survivor now. Uh, I directly interacted with 500 people from China in 2020 January World Economic Forum in Davos, and I was extremely sick for a month after that. And nobody knew about COVID then. There was no COVID testing kits in Europe in January last year, 2020 actually, not even 21. So it was pretty crazy what was happening, or 2021, sorry. So I think that's where we are, but I think everybody needs to be positive, and I think we are pretty sure that the whole team internally is on the same page, and we are progressing in the right direction. The team is working very very hard. We've been lucky to attract some great talent and great builders and great people. And I think, like you saw today in the guerrilla marketing, social media marketing, SEO, Google, we are working on all of that. Sometimes people have to be a little bit patient to see the result. And again, guys, for people who reached out to me, even on my Twitter right now, about big influencers, I can like officially swear by God that we've reached out to each and every one of them. Some
I
of
think the
them not.
Kobe Bryant, I think the Kobe Bryant one is going to be huge with his family, and
Yeah,
that's, I
so
mean, because I'm an American and I was a fan of Kobe, so it's like I understand the power of that one. The millions of people who care about his legacy.
yeah, so we are talking to his friends who are like his family, who have spent time with him. Some of them have been mentored by him, and it's beautiful to learn so many things about this. We've also seen text messages from 2008 and 2014 between them and Kobe, and it's such an interesting situation to be in, to witness this content in the
Yeah, for those
next.
of you guys who don't know, there's actually a conspiracy theory going around. The reason why he was offed is because he wanted to take the whole sports world away from the big corporations and
Yeah,
make their own, let's call it NFTs, because that's really what it was, where they get to market their own brand.
yeah.
And that was that was very well known. And he just he died. So
But in the next
nothing's happened since.
AMA, Randy, I'm going to share some of these assets that we are actually reviewing as we
Okay.
speak, which have been shared by his closest friends or friends who are like his family. Uh, and it'll be interesting for people to see some of these things on the screen with his messages written by him. Uh, he definitely was a very powerful individual. And I mean, I can feel the energy even by reading some of these messages, that it must
Sure.
be such a great joy for people who were interacted, or who interacted with him, or who were hanging out with him, playing with him. They must be having so much of energy rub off on themselves.
Absolutely.
But
The guy got up at like 4 a.m. and he was working out between 5 and 6. The other team members showed up at 7 or 8 a.m. and he was continuing to practice. So
yeah, that's
he's one of
true.
those types. All right, Mike, I want to thank you again. I love doing these talks with you. Hopefully, if it all goes well in May, we'll be heading your way, and come back over to Europe. We'll see how it's going.
Super.
Thank you so much.
Looking
And thank you,
forward to it
community.
for sure. Thank you so
What's
much for everybody. And thank you, the whole community. Thank you, Randy, for this once again. I won't stop you from going to the beach. Enjoy the day at the beach.
all right? I'm gonna check out here with Fluffy the Golden Mad Trooper.
Wow.
Ciao, guys.